Hi, I'm Rusty Gaston, the CEO of Sony Music Publishing Nashville. Join us to hear the songs and get a front row seat to a songwriter story. Each of their journeys are unique and they deserve to be celebrated. So come along on our new series, A Songwriter Story.
I started realizing there was a through line with Lainey Wilson specifically. Just when I go to her shows, I look at her merch. Almost every single piece of merch she has a song title that I co-wrote with her. Seeing things like that and running into little girls at the mall or at the grocery store wearing shirts that have lyrics on them that I helped craft, that's where I see the through line of, oh, I really am a part of shaping what she's putting out into the world, and what a privilege that is. Especially with those little girls, I have such a heart for pouring into that next generation of country women, and getting to see that almost on a daily basis keeps my fire going so much and makes me so thankful that I get to call this my job. My other favorite part about songwriting is how many stories I get to tell and how diverse those stories can be. Like when I'm writing with Ella Langley, I'm wearing one hat. And the next day, I'm writing with George Burge and I wear a different hat. And then the next week, I'm writing for a movie that Reba McEntire needs a song for. And that's a completely different hat too. And that is really fits my personality so well, because I just love telling stories and getting to tell so many people's stories, like Morgan Wallen or Nate Smith or Dylan Scott, and getting to touch so many different things in country music just is so energizing for me, because they all have their own fan bases and their own groups of people that follow them so closely. And to get to create alongside all of those people during different seasons of my career has just given me such a purpose in songwriting, to know that in some small way I get to make an impact on that many different types of people. I actually have a creativity prayer that I pray every morning, where I lay my creativity at the feet of Jesus and I surrender all of my expectations to the Lord. And in that moment, I feel He fills me with the Holy Spirit, and He fills me with what people need from me that day. And whatever happens, I can't control the outcome. So whatever happens is what the Lord wanted to happen that day. And that is such a win at the end of the day. And I can have a good night's sleep knowing that I was who I needed to be that day.
Yeah, and then
y'all got to hear the OG demo though.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I
awesome.
mean, different bridge. We just tweaked some lines and stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and I'd like to
Sometimes the biggest things in your career happen when you're least expecting them to happen. For example, I got canceled on in 2018, and I decided to go on a walk and listen to music. And I went on a walk around the McCabe Greenway and I listened to country for about 2 hours. And I thought of the hook Heart Like a Truck while I was on that walk. And I wrote that song with Lainey Wilson and Dallas Wilson the next day. And if I hadn't been canceled on, I would have never thought of that idea. And walking into that ride the next day, did I know that that was going to be one of the biggest songs of my career? Absolutely not. I had no idea. I wasn't even sure if it was good. Heart Like a Truck? I don't know. Is that cool? I'm not sure. And God showed up that day, and that was the first song that Lainey and I had written in 2 years. We had a 2-year hiatus where we did not write, and those are things you just can't control. And creativity does what creativity does, and all we can do is show up and be a vessel for whatever it wants to be that day. My mom and my grandpa always had a pre-game routine that like got their head right and got them ready. My grandpa got him ready to get on the floor and play his heart out during his game. And so I really think about all of that the same way. I think about songwriting just like that. And my write is my game time. And so I like to start my morning off with a walk. Not if it's hot, I will say. If it's hot, I'm not gonna go walk probably. But I love to make my coffee in the morning and sit outside on my back porch and do my prayer app and spend some time with the Lord and just get my head and my heart right to go create something that day. I sit at that piano and I sit with my inner child, and I remember how much I love writing songs. And I prepare for my write for a couple hours while I'm sitting there and let whatever happens happen, then it's game time.